Hello and welcome to English Mastery Radio. I'm Emma and I'm here with my co-host, Jack. Today, we have a special topic for all English learners preparing for IELTS: how to improve your reading skills to get a high score in the IELTS exam.
Hi, Emma. Hi, everyone. The IELTS reading test is one of the most challenging sections for many students. But don't worry, in today's episode, we will break it down step by step, covering the test format, strategies for each question type, time management tips, and the best resources to improve your reading skills.
That's right, Jack. We'll also discuss common mistakes students make and how to avoid them. So, if you're preparing for IELTS, grab a notebook and take some notes.
Before we talk about strategies, let's first understand the structure of the IELTS reading test.
Good idea. The IELTS reading test lasts 60 minutes and includes 40 questions. There are 3 reading passages, and they become progressively more difficult.
And there are 2 types of IELTS reading tests. Academic IELTS for students applying to universities. General Training IELTS for people taking IELTS for work or immigration.
Yes, the academic IELTS contains longer and more complex texts, while the general IELTS has everyday text like advertisements, notices, and letters.
Even though the texts are different, both tests include similar question types, such as multiple choice matching headings, true, false, not given, sentence completion, summary completion.
Understanding these question types is important because each one requires a different approach.
Emma, what do you think are the biggest difficulties students face in IELTS reading?
Good question. Here are the 3 main challenges. 1. Time pressure to 60 minutes is not enough for 3 long passages. 2. Difficult vocabulary. Many students struggle with unfamiliar academic words. 3. Understanding tricky question types, especially true, false, not given, which can be confusing.
I totally agree, but the good news is, with the right strategies, these challenges can be solved.
Before we discuss specific question types, let's talk about 2 essential reading techniques: skimming and scanning.
Yes, skimming means reading quickly to get the main idea of a passage. You don't need to read every word, just focus on the first and last sentences of each paragraph.
And scanning means looking for specific information in the text. For example, if the question asks about a date or a name, you don't need to read the whole passage, just scan for numbers or capitalized words.
These techniques save time and help students locate answers faster.
For multiple choice questions, the trick is to read the question first before reading the text.
Right. Also, remember that the answers are in order in the passage. So once you find the first answer, the next ones will follow.
This is a difficult question type. The best strategy is to read the first sentence of each paragraph carefully. This usually contains the main idea.
Also, be careful with similar-looking options. Some headings may look correct, but don't actually match the paragraph.
This is the most confusing question type for many students. True equals the statement matches the passage. False equals the passage gives opposite information. Not given equals the passage does not mention this information.
A common mistake is assuming something is false just because the text doesn't mention it. If the information is missing, the answer is not given.
Jack, many students say they run out of time in the IELTS reading test. What's your advice?
Here's my time management plan. Spend no more than 20 minutes on each passage to 02020 rule. Do easier questions first. Don't waste time on difficult ones. Use skimming and scanning. Don't read every word. Move on if stuck, answer all the questions, and come back later.
Great tips. I also recommend students practice with a timer so they get used to reading under time pressure. There are many online resources for IELTS reading. Here are my favorites. Good list. I also recommend.
Before we finish, let's give our listeners some final exam day tips. Read instructions carefully. Some students lose points because they don't follow directions. Don't leave blanks, no negative marking, so always guess. Write answers in capital letters. This avoids spelling mistakes.
Don't panic if a passage is difficult. Just move on and come back later. Use logic. If you don't know the answer, eliminate wrong choices. Stay calm and focused. Stress makes it harder to concentrate. We hope today's episode helped you understand how to improve your IELTS reading skills.
Remember, IELTS reading is not just about English, it's about strategy, time management, and practice.
That's right. If you study regularly and use the right techniques, you can achieve a high score. Thank you for joining us today on English Mastery Radio. Keep practicing, and we'll see you next time.
Good luck with your IELTS exam.